Hey everybody, it is July 26th, a beautiful Wednesday evening here on Gorodok, and we are Squad Ops. I'm CMYK Matter, and tonight we're going to be running Operation Rising Giant. We'll go over what that is here in a little bit. But before that, you should know a little bit about Squad Ops, who we are, what we do. We are a community that runs One Life operations in the game Squad. You can check us out at squadops.gg, get all that good info. Check us out on Discord. Join us, talk to us, hang out with us, be our friends. But for now, sit back, get some popcorn, relax, get to listen to me run my mouth all night and talk about what's going on here on this beautiful map of Gorodok as we run Rising Giant. But before we get into that, got a little special guest here with me before we get started. None other than the Muff Bandit. What's going on, Muff?
Oh, not so much. How are you?
Doing really well, man. I'm happy to be out here on Gorodok. I'm sad you're not here, you know, commentating along my side.
I will be here in spirit.
He will be here in spirit. You love Gorodok. This is your favorite map, as I understand it, right?
It is. I love this map a lot. That's why I'm playing tonight, and I'll be providing a camera,
Absolutely.
at least a first-person camera for you guys.
Yeah, man. It's awesome. I'm glad to see it. I'm glad you get the chance to play on your favorite map. It's a gorgeous map. Big as all hell.
Oh, yeah. Another beautiful thing about it.
So, what's your favorite part of this map? What's your favorite area?
Wow, that is a tough question. There are so
that's
many.
A tough one, man.
It's so broad. It's almost like a bunch of little mini maps strewn together into one big one, connected by roads and rolling hills, cliffs, and a river runs through it all, man. It's
that river,
just such a great map.
That river crossing is always one of the more interesting part of the ops. We'll see if anybody opts to do that tonight, because they don't actually have to. We've made a little bit of a change here, and Russia's going to be starting out in the southeast. How do you feel about that, instead of them starting off in the northwest where they usually do?
Well, I don't know if it always went that way. It used to be simpler when the mains were switched back in the day.
Right.
Then we could have the Russians start on the west side. But we'll just see how it goes. It'll be interesting. I'm sure they will still cross in the south and attack from the north if they can, or at least make a presence be known up there. I would think. I don't know. It'll be interesting. I haven't thought about it actually until just now.
I'm posing those questions, and you're like, "Oh man, now I have to think critically." Well, you really enjoy to just kind of be another boots on the ground kind of guy whenever you get into these ops. You don't really usually squad lead, as far as I've seen. Is there a reason for that? You just like to be the infantryman?
Yeah, exactly. Infantry is what I live for in this game, and as they update it and bring in new features all the time, from vehicles to mortars to IEDs, that just makes it harder and harder to be an infantryman and not get blown to smithereens on your way to your objective. So it's I like the challenge, and I like to be infantry.
Good, man. I like to see that. It's always, as always, from above. I get to, when you're playing in these, I get to root for you. The last time I got to root for you, ended up wiping near half a squad up by Shipping Yard, as I recall. That was on Fishhook, I believe. And,
oh yeah, I might have got 4.
Yeah, you got 4 up there.
They got me.
Yep, you swept around on the south side, took down 4 guys without them knowing where you were. That was a good time. I always like rooting for you from above, but obviously tonight will be no different than that. So you're starting out on militia tonight, it looks like, holding a team.
Yeah, I am. I am militia.
Yeah,
and my commander is Best Pony.
Ooh, it's a good commander. Best Pony, really experienced commander. He's always good. No problems listening to him, I'm sure. You guys will probably have a good time defending Akeem. I know for me, it's always a little nerve-wracking on defense because you never know where people are going to come from. At least that's my thoughts.
Yep, it is. And that's the best part. They can come from everywhere, and a lot of times they're all going to come at the same time. So
absolutely.
You just got to stay dug in and hold it together. You're going to be just fine.
Yeah, it's a big, beautiful map we got here. Muff, I'm excited for you. I hope you have a good time. Yeah, and, you know, get out there, kick some butt. Do me proud. That's all I got to say to you,
I
man.
will.
Do me
I
proud.
will do you proud. I'm going to try and give the viewers a show. You might get to see me one-tap some people.
Oh, man. Speaking of one-taps, we had an interesting little bet the other night, did we not?
Oh, that was great. You can tell them about it if you want to.
Yeah. So the other night, Jack Reynolds, one of our community members, trainee, he's going to be staff eventually, great guy. We have kind of these famous muff one-taps. He's known for kind of being the guy that can pull off these crazy one-taps in situations, and we were joking around a little bit, and I think somebody joked that Muff could hit a one-tap from 500 meters with a slingshot, and Jack decided to test those limits. He said, hey, well, you know what? We'll go in the firing range, and we'll get out there, and we'll see if you can hit a 500-meter one-tap headshot with iron sights. And sure enough, Muff did it. Twice, actually, because the first time he had his binocs in front of his face, and you hit those. You hit his hand, right?
Yeah. Yep. I hit his hand.
Oh, man.
The best part was I couldn't even see him through the post of the iron sight. He was so small back there, and I had the idea as we were going to just put him on a vehicle, put him on a red technical in the middle of the range at 500 meters, and he stood up there. So I had to aim up quite a bit, and I just couldn't see him at all. I just had to kind of reference the technical's location and guess the height.
Yeah, you had
to worked out twice in a row, actually.
Yeah, you had to pull that gun up high enough that you couldn't even see him below it, and then take that shot. But what a beautiful shot it was!
Well, thank you.
I had a good laugh. I was down there on the other side of the range watching, and I just saw his body crumple down off the technical, and that was kind of the end of it. We all went a little nuts, and the bet was that Jack had to name himself whatever Muff wanted for a week, and Muff decided to name him LaRue. So, yeah, he's not quite bulletproof.
Yeah, that's right.
I love it. That was a good time. I love those sort of things. It was funny. It was funny because we got such an instant audience for it, too. Oh,
yeah. And I'll tell you what, I didn't think there was any way I was going to hit that shot. I couldn't see him. He was so far out there. It was so hard to see. I mean, with iron sights, if you ever get the chance, just try to even look at the targets, the white targets down there. They're hard to see and hit. So
yeah, go out there, give it a try sometime with your buddies. It's a difficult thing to do. That's always difficult, trying to get out there and hit those really long shots. But if you guys want to see the video of it, I believe it is posted up on Reddit, right? I think it's still up there.
Oh yeah, I think so. It's on
the Join Squad subreddit. Yeah, go over there, check it out, give it a watch. It's a good video. Digit recorded it and he did a great job with it. So really good stuff.
Yeah, I watched it, and you can see the bullet shell, the casing fly out of the gun, and then he hits him and he drops. It's almost, there's silence in between it, which is crazy. It was a long shot. I was proud of it.
I love the quiet in between. There's the shot, and then there's a tick, and then boom, his head explodes.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's so beautiful. Yeah, good stuff. Well, I'm going to let you get back to your team and get back to planning and everything, and I'm going to start talking about what this op is. But thanks for joining me here, Muff. Thanks for talking with me, and good luck out there, man.
Oh, you bet. Thanks a lot. Thank you, and thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Have a good one, bud.
You too.
All right. So if you don't know who that was, again, that was Muff Bandit, one of the wonderful managers here. Good guy. He's a good friend of mine anyway. I like me some Muff Bandit. He's a funny guy. If you ever want to, talk to one of the nicest admins that you'll ever come across, that's him right there. He's actually the manager of our admin team. Really great dude. So let's go on and talk about what's going on in this actual operation tonight. So Rising Giant is played out on Gorodok, and it's mostly focused around the village of Akeem. And man, it is a big open fields around this place. It's a crazy thing to try to get into. And actually, got a little bit of time here, so let's go ahead and go over the assets that we have in Operation Rising Giant. So the militia get themselves 2 ARs, 1 LAT, 1 scout, and 1 medic per squad. They also get 3 technicals of any type, 1 MTLB and SVT, 1 Logi dump, and 1 fob to use for their defenses. Russia gets 2 ARs, 2 LATs, 1 medic per squad. They also get 2 MTLB and SVTs and 1 transport truck. So the general operation goals, the militia have decided to lock down Akeem. They will be dropping a fob there and building up their defenses with that Logi dump that they get, as well as with the NSVT. The Russians have been tasked with clearing out all militia in Akeem. They will be trying to clear it out, make sure that every last man is dead, and take down the fob that is inside Akeem. All that will be happening on the map, and we will see how this plays out. So we have 2 rounds that we're going to be running tonight. And if we want, I got a couple minutes here. I'm going to talk about some of the basics of Squad Ops and kind of what we stand for and what we are. So Squad Ops is a community that runs One Life operations. And what that means is that everybody who's coming in here, they have agreed to a certain set of rules, and that certain set of rules dictates what they can and cannot do. So these guys have agreed that they're not going to run on walls, they're not going to parkour off of roofs, they're not going to do any crazy jumping from roof to roof or anything like that. They try to keep things as realistic as they possibly can. Any shot that takes you down to the ground and gives you the revive icon on the map means that you are dead. A grenade doesn't matter what hits you. When you're down on the ground, you are dead. You respawn back at main, and you get to switch into admin cam and watch all the glorious chaos unfold from above. In all honesty, that's one of my favorite parts. I love seeing how the battle's going from above. It's one of my favorite things to witness. And, being here commentating, obviously, I get to kind of check that out the entire time. Get to watch over from above and call out all the tactics and craziness that are happening. Good news is it looks like everybody's joining in here. So we should be able to get kicked off shortly as people are able to funnel themselves in. We've been doing a little maintenance and cleaning some things up and trying some new things with the servers. So getting all that sorted while getting everybody in, it's been a really fun time trying to see how it's going to be with hosting our own servers and running our own stuff. It's a really interesting experiment that we're all taking part in right now. But we're still going to bring you high-quality gameplay. We're still going to bring you some good stuff, and we hope that you guys have a good time watching. Yeah. As real as it gets for this kind of game, Squad is not exactly a milsim. It's a semi-realistic game, absolutely, but it is not quite a milsim. So we put a little extra rules in to try to make sure that it stays fun and interesting. Oh yeah, Shamrock's saying no optics, only iron sights. Yes, we only allow iron sights. The only sort of optic, I guess you could call it that we allow is the red dot sight for the US. They are allowed to use that because that comes default on their M4s, but other than that, we do not allow any optics. You wonder if eventually they'll be able to implement some sort of mod that automatically makes it One Life. Schmitty, so we actually have a team of wonderful mod devs that are chomping at the bit, waiting anxiously for mod support. And when mod support does come, they will absolutely be working on that. We're looking to automate a lot of the things that we do with mod support. So that mod team, it's led by Hanley, I believe, and great guy. Him and his team already putting together some really cool stuff. And whenever we get full mod support for the game, I can guarantee you that they're going to be looking for ways to optimize all this and make sure things go really well. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, you want to know more about Squad Ops or want to know more of what we're about or anything like that, feel free to ask. I'm happy to answer. Yeah, Schmitty, that's absolutely it. As well as other stuff, like making sure that when you spawn in on the map, the teams spawn in the right locations, and the vehicles that are there with them are the right ones for the operation. So even getting real granular like that to make sure that all of our ops are absolutely set to 100% take off the way that they're supposed to. You know, this is all speculation, of course. We're hoping that those things are coming, but we're going to do our best. What is my middle name? You know, it's K. K is my middle name. I'm CMYK Matter, so that'll be K. My first name's CMY, middle name K, last name Matter. There you go. Inner Divine, nice to see you, man. Glad to have you out here watching with us. Actually, I can go over some of the command structure that we got going on tonight. These commanders are the guys that really make some cool things happen, so you'll see all their glorious plans coming out. Our commanders tonight are Best Pony and Shadowed Ritual, and then for their capable squad leads on Best Pony side, or actually we'll go with Shadowed Ritual side first since I'm on that one. Shadowed Ritual will be leading the Russians on the first one, and he has the capable squad leads Hamlet, Nasty Nate, Tedish, and Xbit.
All right, my guys are ready.
And on the other side, for the militia, led by Best Pony, and then his capable squad leads Captain Matt, Creeping, Odessa, and Gaming Brennan. So all fully capable guys that know what they're doing, and they are very experienced with it. So they all know what they're doing, and they will have no problem ordering their guys around and making sure that their guys get into the right places and do the right stuff. Why don't I look at YouTube chat? I just haven't pulled it up yet. I could do that at some point. I just haven't got it up yet. Do I eat breakfast? I typically try to at least do something, you know. Try to do a little bit of breakfast. Make sure that I get my day started off right. You know, breakfast, they say, is the most important meal of the day. I don't know that I necessarily buy it, but I try to eat breakfast in the morning. Gotta keep myself nourished. Mostly it's because, you know, you ever get that thing where like you don't eat for a little bit, you get a headache. It's not very fun. I get that every once in a while. Yeah, Tozatoro, Odessa is back. Odessa is traveling abroad right now, along with Satan, and they are doing some cool stuff where they are. High Caliber, no Karmakut. Karmakut is also traveling abroad right now, so
There's like 4 of us.
so no Karmakut. No Karmakut tonight. He's on vacation. He's out there just doing his thing, having a good time. And we hope he's having a good time. You know, for all of us, we all work pretty hard, so we all try to make sure that this content that we bring to you guys is really fun. And hopefully, he's having a good time while he's away. Vacation overrated. I'm going to have to go ahead and disagree with you, man. I love me some vacation. Anytime I get to go away and kind of spend some time away from the humdrum, the normal drone of life, I'm always happy to do that. Like to make sure that I get my time away and make sure that I kind of refresh every once in a while. We just need to refresh for a little bit. I know I do.
Hello. I might put on the bridge above it just in case.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so it's the library and the gunner.
So you guys checking out Jay Remick there. Got a lot of first-person cams tonight. Actually, how many do we have? Let's see
We're gonna
here.
take the MTLB with the big gun on the right.
I mean, you're probably gonna flip it, but
Looks like we have 10 first-person cams going on tonight. Crazy stuff. That is amazing to see. 10 first-person cams. These guys will be the ones who will be bringing you the boots on the ground views that you're seeing. You know, obviously I'm the eye in the sky flying around up here and making sure that you get a good overview of the battle. But those guys who are down there, boots on the ground, you'll be seeing us cut to them every once in a while. Man, they're the ones who really make this thing amazing. I love to see what they do and how intense it gets for them, because I know, for me at least, whenever I'm down there in the thick of battle, some scary stuff sometimes. You know, you got bullets whizzing in over your head. You got vehicles cruising around, all this craziness happening, and oh man, it's crazy. Gunstones, are you spectating Russia or everyone? I'm spectating everyone, but I'm on the Russian team. But we will be able to see everyone. So here, I'll break this down for you. So anybody that you see for the entire night that is blue is going to be Russian. I'm going to switch back and forth between teams in between rounds. So anybody you see tonight that's blue is going to be Russian. They're the attacking team. And anybody that's red is going to be militia. They're going to be the defending team at Akeem. So that's how that's going to work. You're going to see both of them. Anybody outlined in red are your or anybody outlined in blue are your Russians. Anyone outlined in red are your militia. So let's see. Somebody, Farmerstan6 asks if I like turtles. Oh man. Do I like turtles? You know, the zombie kid, he loves those turtles. Me personally, you know, I find them interesting, but I like tortoises better because they're all big. Like Kanye the Giant, all big. That's my feelings. I love tortoises. And aren't tortoises the ones that get like super old too? Oh man, that's so cool. Anyway, I want to live for 187 years. I want to be a tortoise. Slicing Edge asking, how does one get the ops tag? Saw the readme on the Discord, but would like to become a staff member. You can ask in the Discord. The community team will help you out, but I'll go ahead and give you an answer right here because I'm on the community team as well. And how you get to be an ops member is becoming a reg or above. So reg, staff, managers, and obviously our director have the ops tag. So becoming a regular is pretty much as simple as showing up to the operations, participating on our servers, being a part of the community, and just getting to know people over time. It takes a varying amount of time for each individual person. So, you know, there is no designated amount of time that it's going to take. But if you just show up, have fun, participate in the events, get to know people, participate on the server, and then you will end up getting a reg offer and you will get the ops tag. Solo Wing Jake saying, cool, so they actually plan a scheme of maneuver from beginning to end and brief it? Yes, absolutely they do. And actually, we can listen up here right now to Shadowed Ritual giving the briefing. So I'm going to get you in here and shut up and let you guys listen.
Squad 1 is going to take a transport truck and cross the river at this mark. They're going to cross the river and they're going to head north. They're going to stage around this. The marks will work for me. There you go. They're going to stage around that transport marker, and it's up to the discretion of the squad lead where exactly you're going to go. And you're basically going to sit tight and either draw the attention of any enemies that are on the north, or if it's empty, or if it's not defended, because we're not thinking they're going to really defend the northern part of Akeem, since they're thinking we're just going to come in from the south. You're probably going to like blitz through and just try and up at the northern part of Akeem. But it all depends on how they defend. Everybody else, squads 2, 3, and 4 will be mounting up in MTOBs and staging at Mound on. Marks don't want to work. There it goes. On the BTR mark, squad 2 and 4 get MTOBs. 3 will be riding in 4's MTOB. Command will be riding in 2's MTOB. As soon as the northern troops are in place, we're going to start heading north with the MTOBs, taking like a northeasterly route, and we're going to try and swing it from the east, because we're not going to go in through those fields direct south of Akeem, because that's just going to get us murdered. And that's about as far as we can plan, because you know how plans work usually. Are there any questions?
You want the vehicles just to fall behind the infantry, or do you want them to kind of screen the open field?
The infantry are going to be, the MTOBs will be behind the infantry most of the time. You're mostly going to be looking out for the enemy MTOB, or there's probably going to be a hunter kill squad of techies. They get 3 techies of any kind, SPGs, RD, or the So their priority is going to be vehicles and any infantry out in the open. And yeah, they're probably going to be staying behind the infantry most of the time. I really want to try and take this easterly route and just stay in the woods and try and give them as much cover as possible before we actually have to hard engage anywhere.
All right, so you got to listen in there on Shadowed Ritual's plan. It looks like he's going to try to keep this a little bit loosey-goosey because, you know, plans never survive first contact. And let me see here if we're able to listen in on the militia briefing. Are they ready over there yet? Let's see.
Grab it. I like riflemen.
Yeah, it looks like they are. So we're going to listen in on the militia briefing now. So get to hear both sides. I'll go ahead and shut up and let you guys listen.
So one technical is going to be positioned in Kilo 3 on this marker. One technical is going to be positioned in the forest in M6, M5, kind of on the border there. Then the third technical is going to be in Farm Woods area, right up here in Kilo 7. Kind of getting eyes on the Russians if they're coming from the south, seeing where they are. That technical is also going to have a scout who's going to get us additional eyes south. So, Squad 2, Creeping Squad. They are going to fend off the possible assault from the north. Creeping said that it would be a foolish and stupid move for any commander to take their forces over the northern bridge, and so his squad is tasked with fending off the possible assault since, you know, they might do it just to spite us, or to try to make us look bad. Then Squad 3, Odessa Squad, is going to be here on the town of Akeem, defending various buildings from enemy assaults. They're going to be holed up. They're going to be helping dig defenses. We're going to get a few guns up, going to get some sandbags up, get some oil barrels up, make this town nice and Russian-proof. Then, last but not least, Squad 4 is going to be kind of spread out in the wooded areas all around. So they're going to get some people, you know, kind of up in this area, figuring out what's going on, get some people over here, and these that I can't mark. There we go. Get some people over here. Just going to kind of pull a nice, wide defense all around, make sure the Russians can't sneak in on our flanks and get up close to us. Now, in the event we take contact, this plan will be altered radically, so be ready to receive new orders from your SL at any time, because the second we make contact, we're going to shuffle forces around to deal with it, so you might have to run 300-400 meters across a whole town, across fields, through some woods. Just expect to move as the situation develops. And then the MTLB is going to be commanded by Squad 3, and it's going to park itself initially in... There's a little green metal corrugated area there that it can park itself facing west. But once we see the Russians, we're going to probably shuffle that around so it can engage them. As for mine, Squad 2 is probably going to mine the bridge. Well, not directly on the bridge because that would be against the rules, but mine very close, as close as they can get within the rules to one side or the other of that bridge north. Other mines should be placed kind of on major roadways, like, say, we could get a mine out here with one of the technicals, possibly. If they have a scout with them, we could get a mine kind of on this intersection here. Get a mine over there. Just pick a roadway where you think the enemy's going to be likely to travel over with those armored vehicles, and then put a mine down on it. And make sure to, you know, radio into SL what they're doing in case we want to keep certain roads clear. Any questions? All right. If no one has any questions, then, yeah, squad leads break them out. We're going to ready ourselves up and go live.
Good luck, have fun, everybody.
All right, guys.
All right, so you got to listen in on the militia plan a little bit there. Defense is always a little interesting, especially whenever you got a lot of little buildings and things of that nature. I see some people talking about the objectives and kind of asking what's going on here. The general point of all of this is that the Russians here, with their 2 MTLBs and their transport truck right back here, will be trying to go and take over the village of Akeem, which you can see on the northeast side of the map. It has that little red fob marker on it. They will try to wipe all militia off of that position, and then hopefully the Russians will be able to do that, or hopefully the militia will be able to defend. Whichever, man. I'm just happy to have a good fight. That's all I want. I want to see a good fight. I want to see people having fun, and I want to see some good battles back and forth. Sadness Twitch saying he was hoping to get an impromptu basic going soon. Doesn't know how well it would work today. but do know some people are looking. Absolutely. So if you kind of post it in the Discord every once in a while that you're looking for people to put together an SOTT basic impromptu and get yourself an instructor lined up, anybody who has the SOTT tag that is staff, get yourself an instructor lined up. They will be happy to put that on for you as long as you have a good number of people and you're able to work out an amicable time for everybody. So don't worry too much about that, but get in contact with staff. And if you don't know who to talk with on staff, you can always hit up any of the community team members. So that's a good thing. It's always a good thing.
Chances are he's putting someone in the north.
So, well, we got a little bit of time. Oh, wait, we've got a live time. They're going to be live at 1:24. Oh, man, that's 48 seconds. So we've got a little bit of time. Satan saying, hey, missing me. Oh, man, I miss you too, Puddin'. I miss you too. My heart, I'm reaching out across the seas. My heart. Good to see you, man. Good to see you in here. So, before we get live here, I'm going to go over one of the Russian vehicles while we have a little bit of time. The Russian MTLB NSVT. This thing it has that big NSVT gun mounted up on top of it. It's pretty slow. This thing with that tracked vehicle, it's slow. It doesn't handle well. It's pretty loud. It's clackety. But it does have that nice NSVT gun on it. It's got some good defenses on it. And also, the biggest thing about the NSVT MTLB, in my opinion, is that it has 19-person carrying capacity. You can get people in there and truck them all around the map. Man, I love seeing this thing get loaded up, because if you get it really loaded up, there's a lot of people that end up sitting up on the top of it. And, oh, man, I love the MTLB. That thing is so cool. It's hardly used. I feel like it's one of those vehicles that not a lot of people end up using simply because it is slow and clackety and loud, but, man, it has a lot of potential if you use it correctly. Solo Wing Jake asking, are there dedicated vehicle operators in Squad Ops? Solo Wing Jake, there are not, but we do offer an SOTT vehicle training. We are live. I'm going to get back to that in a second. We are live. Want to make sure you guys know that. The Russians are heading out. They're going to start getting into position for their attack. But yeah, so we have an SOTT vehicle training. And in that SOTT vehicle training, you can go in there and learn a lot about vehicles, how to operate them, ways to operate convoys, things of that nature. And if you are able to pass that, which, if you're not able to pass it, it's mostly because you were screwing around or something like that. But if you pass that, you are more likely to be chosen as a vehicle operator in the operations. So that's what's up with SOTT vehicle and who's going to be operating that. We tend to try to give it to people who have completed SOTT basic or SOTT vehicle. It's an optional training. You don't have to take it, but it does help your chances in getting into a vehicle during an op. So we can see here the MTLB, one of them is rocketing up north here. It seems to be pushing nearly directly for Akeem right now. I imagine they're going to get at least one southern force up here and try to see if they can get themselves in a good position to assault Akeem from the southeast. Off in the distance there, you can start to see some red names. That would be the militia, waiting, ready to go. We'll see how this kicks off. Bring up the map for a second here. You can see the two MTLBs loaded up with troops have come up here to the north. And if you check on the map there, you can see the one little transport truck is going off to the west. Looks like they might be trying to take that as across the bridge, maybe, or bring it in from a different direction. We'll see how that goes. The MTLB is dismounting a bunch of guys here. Man, just this flurry of activity as they pop off the vehicles and move themselves over into various sectors here, trying to get themselves into position for whatever their commander has assigned them to do. Pretty crazy stuff. As you can see, Xbit there on your screen, running across, hanging out in the woods, trying to make sure everybody gets coordinated. Those MTLBs are pretty loud. You can hear them for quite a distance. So we'll see if they're able to kind of keep those disguised in their approach or not. Remick pushing up through the woods. He's a Nasty Nate's squad, I believe. Pushing up through those woods. Gonna see if they can get themselves in position. And they are actually not that far from a militia squad to their northwest. There's a militia squad that has pushed out. Oh yeah, they pushed out way south, and they have come up to this barn location here. That is Small Basic. Looks like SM Pure Paradise and Jax have pushed out to this little barn location. And they have set up here. It looks like they might be just kind of an early scouting party to try to get eyes on. Is the SL the only person with binoculars? You know, if there's a scout class, high caliber, that person will have binoculars as well. But otherwise, yes, SLs are the only ones with binoculars. But yeah, if there's a scout class in here, which on militia there is 1 per squad, so that's 4 additional binocs you get. So there you go. Schmitty saying watching this makes you want to go play, but also watch the op. I understand it's hard to do both, but I'm just saying this is a limited time thing, you know. Whereas squad's always there. Squad's always there, kind of waiting in the background. Meanwhile, we only got this for a limited time, so maybe I'm biased, but I'm saying stick around here. Hang out with me, man. Be my friend. Do you want to be my friend? I think you want to. So Xbit and his boys kind of moving through the woods, getting themselves ready. It's Crispy, Evan SMA, Triton kind of spearheading this. Xbit on the far east, moving up. They're kind of moving through the woods, hearing people call out that these woods are mostly clear. So it looks like they're just kind of getting themselves in position. They just called out that the transport truck is taking some time to get into position, so they're going to be working on that. Let's see. That transport truck has gone out way around. You can see it on my map there, way out to the northwest, cruising by shipping yard up there. Wow. And you know what? I'm getting word that there is a mine at that north bridge, so if they don't clear it, if they don't clear that west side of the bridge where there's a mine, that's going to be real problematic. Big Yes is the one who dropped it over there. Oh, man. West side of that bridge, mined up. And if they shove that transport across the bridge without checking it first, that's going to be a lot of problems for them.
Yeah. Not sure exactly.
That's going to be a big problem. You know, I just heard Shadowed Ritual actually call out on command chat, watch out for mines, everybody, watch out for mines. And I'm hoping that his transport truck was listening to that.
I don't know if he'll be able to
see if we can find this mine here, western side of this bridge.
I think.
Yeah, it's buried down in there. It's buried in here somewhere. Yeah, we'll see where it is. Oh, it looks like it's actually out on the road. Ah, there it is. There it is. That's all they see. This little red dot. Little red dot of doom. Little red dot of doom. If they cruise over that thing, say goodbye to your transport truck. I'm hearing mortars coming out now. It looks like the militia have actually set up mortars over there. I'm hearing them come out. Some explosions here and there. They might just be ranging right now. We'll see how that goes. Xbit moving up through those woods on the south. I don't think those mortars are hitting that close to him.
3, go ahead and pick a route.
No, they're kind of
right, guys. We're
off to his west a little bit.
Pause right now.
Roger.
All right. So we're going to let you listen to Xbit here while he kind of moves through and let you listen in on the chatter that he has within his squad.
But that was it. Almost my position, the west side of the most western MTLB. So let's go ahead and get into this tree line and start to north. I'm gonna guess that scout's on the west.
All right, Alpha, move up to my pause.
Incoming. More mortars out.
Alpha moving
They
northeast.
don't get resupply. they get 1,000 points, so they get about 33 mortars. So they're down 6.
Incoming.
Keep moving.
Yeah, they don't see us anymore. Let's start moving north. So that scout's got to be on the west.
Hey, MTL, is that anywhere near you?
Copy, that's just in front of me by like 50 meters.
They're probably trying to zone in on you guys. You might want to disperse.
Yeah, roll it back.
Hey, still didn't get on us.
Online with you, Expert.
So you got to listen into Expit there for a little bit, kind of get an idea for some of the chatter that goes on in these operations. It's always interesting to me because a lot of these guys really do try to stick to what we teach in SOTT. So one of the big tenets of SOTT Basic are the ABCs, the accuracy, brevity, and clarity. And they really do try to stick to that on these operations. They try to make sure that all their callouts are very accurate, that they are telling you exactly what they mean. They're brief so that they get the information out and let people process it, and they're clear, making sure that everything that's said is easily understandable. So
I don't like
it's a good thing. I always like to listen in to see what people are talking about and see what's going on. Nasty Nate here on the south side, pushing up here, straight across this field. You can see up in those woods, Jack Reynolds, Nuke Dukem, looks like V1 as well out there, just chilling across this field from Nasty Nate, and they might see him if he pushes up there. They're a little scouting element.
But do you think he saw us?
Let's see. Tedish has his binos out. He's kind of peeking around up there. Looks like they're trying to get some eyes. He sees a technical within the village. We'll see if he's... Oh, no, it's out to the east, actually. So he does see that technical. That'll tip him off that they've got people in the area. Tedish pushing up on that far east side, I think. Looks like where he is. Yeah, here he is. You can see Tedish here in the center of my screen. Way out here. Way out here. Whole squad chilling out here. He's got those binos out. And he's glassing. If he looks real close, he might be able to see Jack Reynolds. Oh, no, Jack's just on the other side of a hill. LaRue Jack Reynolds. In reference to the bet earlier that we talked about. There he is, LaRue Jack Reynolds. I just noticed that. Wow, that is too good. That is too good. Oh, man. Satan, thanks for answering all these questions in chat. I really appreciate it, man. Yeah, marksman, no-go. We don't allow magnified optics. That's going to be a little rough. Magnified optics. Actually, Nasty Nate pushing across here. The MTLB rolling up. Jack Reynolds has to hear that thing. That thing clacks along so loud. There's no way he doesn't hear this. It looks like that transport squad to the northwest as well has stopped short of the bridge. They did not get blown up by a mine, so that's always good. This MTLB being staffed by Scareju and Cantador moving around. We're hearing some little pot shots come out. Those might be from the west, actually. That three-person team. Yeah, I can't really tell where those shots are coming from. Oh, the MTLB opens up. I think that killed Jack. Did that kill Jack? I think it did. The MTLB opened up and just shot Jack Reynolds dead.
Just let me know if you want me to light these guys up.
Oh, no. Jack Reynolds, our first casualty, I believe, laying there. Poor Jack Reynolds. Poor LaRue. Rip. Rip in peace. Oh, that MTLB just lit him up. And now we've got some shots coming out on this technical. Running away to the north, that is Nuke Dukem. And A1 trying to get out of there. Running away. Let's see what kind of technical this is. That is actually the Dishka Techie. Yeah, look at that thing. So the Dishka Technical, it's definitely a fast little thing, but it does not have much in the way of defenses. It does have that big Dishka gun on the back of it, though, and that thing can lay down some hurt. Only holds 5 people, not great as far as capacity goes, but it can definitely lay some hurt down range if you know how to use it. Beautiful stuff. That Dishka Techie, a lot of people tend to misuse technicals, in my opinion. You need to use them as kind of a quick strike force, you know, swarm in packs of them, and it's pretty interesting stuff whenever you get a good swarm of technicals going. And you know what I'm seeing right here above all these blue troops? I'm seeing the lonely admin cam of Jack Reynolds flying around. I feel a little bad for him. But, you know, it'll happen. Server Air 404, Tedish's squad, pushing across this field here. Big open field. So those folks that were there with Jack Reynolds, Nuke Dukem, and A1, they kind of took off north, so they have to know that this push is coming. So they at least have some sort of idea of what's going on. Smitty, the graphics, real professional looking. Color you impressed? Well, I appreciate that, man. I make them, Penn controls them, so I really appreciate that. Penn's the guy behind there. Also, the stuff around the screen, I believe Nash made kind of the overlay for the names and stuff. So, great guy. You know, we've got a really good content creation team within the community. And I think we do a great job, if I can toot my own horn.
Spread out, guys.
Just toot my own horn a little bit. You know, got to do it every once in a while.
Mortars out, spread out, 20 seconds.
Solo saying if that techie spots the squads in the open, they're in trouble. Absolutely. I think it's pulled off a little bit more to the north now. Doesn't look like it's going to be able to engage them, so they're just going to push across this field. This is a big old push. Look at this. Oh, mortar's coming in now. That was a ranging shot. It was north of them, but it was on target just a little bit north, so if they were anticipating them moving a little more, yep, the mortars are going to be coming in short. That's going to deter them from taking this direct path through the field, I would say. Super Splendid asking, how do you actually join the ops community? It's a community. All you have to do is check us out at squadops.gg, get all the information you need there on the website, and you can get into the Discord, be a part of us, talk to us, become our friends, even more than just hanging out with me in the chat here.
Yeah. Just
yeah, the bot will be rolling around links every once in a while to squadops.gg, so that's where you want to go to find all the information about Squad Ops. So I feel like these guys on the south are kind of making this nice wide arc push. They're probably going to push into this. Here and then see what they can do. Muff, though, he has the MTLB, and it looks like he's getting ready. He's looking to the east. Does he have it parked in a good spot? I think he does. Yeah, he's got that thing parked in there, and he's kind of looking out over the field. He's looking to the east. You can see him here. Got that thing behind a fence, so it's going to be covered. If he's able to take some people down with this thing, oh, man. Muff Bandit. We got to talk to him before the op, and he seemed pretty excited to be running Gorodok. Now, the problem he's going to have is there's this big old hill in the way. There's a big hill, and it looks like he's not going to be able to get eyes on that push that's coming just over the hill. But he is in a good position if they do push through these woods. He would be able to lay down some good fire. So we're hearing mortar shots coming in. I just heard Shadowed Ritual say that they're taking some heavy contact up here with those mortars. And he said that they lost a good number of people. They're pulling back. Let's see what happened up here. Oh, no, it wasn't Shadowed Ritual. Yeah, it was Shadowed Ritual. He was getting mortared. Yeah, Shadowed Ritual getting mortared in the northwest. Hamleet and his boys backing out. Oh, it was Hamleet's squad that got hit. Yeah, it was Hamleet's squad that was getting mortared. I'm sorry. I was instructing you guys poorly. Hamleet's squad getting hit. They're pulling back into the transport truck. Looks like they're going to get ready. Hendo, one tap, Hamley, a couple of the other guys mounting up in here. Looks like they're mounting up and getting ready to take off. They're pulling back. Looks like they're going to get out of dodge. They don't want to get hit by those mortars. I wonder if they're going to go back and try to rejoin the original force or how they're going to operate this, because they seem to be heading away from the combat zone. So we'll check back with them later, see what happens, see where they're heading. All right, so X-Bit and his crew still pushing through those woods, making that big, long flank. That is the flank to end all flanks. Now, they did know that there was contact there to the southeast, and they haven't had any further contact for them. So we'll see if they are ready for this. It looks like they have actually prepared a squad in the northeast here. Captain Matt, Nuke Dukem, Shamrock, Eberscience, Grim Reaper, FX1000, Gaming Brennan. Let's see who else we got. Part-Time Ninja Turtle, Legit Gamer, and looks like Kennett, I'm sorry. All up here in the northeast. So this is actually the area that they're going to be defending, and they're going to try to make sure that the Russians don't get in here. This is actually the thing that they're defending right here in this building. See if we can get in on it. There we go. So the FOB, or Forward Operating Base, it allows for the building of deployables. So what it basically does is all the sandbags and machine gun emplacements and mortars and things of that nature that they are able to build around this area. This is the thing that allows them to do that. So if you don't know what an FOB is, that's what it is. Forward Operating Base. We're here in the MTLB opening up here, though, on the east. Muff Bandit in the gunner position.
Nope, we're good. They don't see us.
Let's see what he sees.
Straight east, baby.
Try to peek out there. He's firing some shots in those woods. He must have seen somebody peeking up through. I just heard a mine pop. Did that get this entire squad?
Yeah, I got eyes on them. Still on the hill.
Something southeast.
Ooh. All right, armored vehicle on the east, though, taking shots from Muff Bandit. In the MTLB, putting the hurt on it. You can see him there on your screen, lighting it up. That thing is hurt. It is on fire. It's backing out. Got machine guns opening up here as well. That is the MTLB from Russia. Taking some shots. You can see it is down to orange health. It's hurt. They've got a second MTLB up here, though. We'll see if they're able to put in some more fire. Oh, man, Muff putting in hurt on that one as well. He's shoving them back. Muff Bandit, one man with an MTLB in the dream, laying down the hurt on this eastern side of Akeem. Wow, beautiful. Beautiful shots coming in. Yeah, you can see these things down at orange health having a hard time. Muff Bandit saying, you want to roll vehicles on me? I'm not going to allow that. I'm not going to allow it. I just don't feel like it today. So up here on the east, we've got some people pushing in. Lucid takes a shot. He's bleeding. They're running into this force. Actually, a couple people going down here. Benbot, rival helicopter going down. This push getting countered as they try to come in from the northeast. This whole squad sitting in the woods, led by Captain Matt. Looks like they were ready for him. A couple guys out in the woods here. Tedish trying to move up through this concealment here. Not very good cover through these brush, but it's great concealment. So he's trying to get himself through here and see if he can put in some good shots. Try to counter this little push that they ran into. This is a good little firefight that they got into here. Tedish peeking out. He's got FX1000 not far from him in a tree. FX1000 might see him. Looks like he's ready. Oh, no! Man, Boogie takes him down just in time. Tedish was about to push out, and Boogie took him down. Eberscience gets hit. Mortars raining in on the southeast from the militia. More shots go out. Eberscience goes down. Tedish and his little two-man crew that he's got with him, pushing in from the north, taking down some militia, trying to get a better position. More shots going in. Shamrock getting hurt. Grim Reaper getting hurt. This little squad is doing a good job with Tedish at the helm. Blazing fire. Laying in that field. They put in some shots. He bleeds. Shamrock goes down. Grim Reaper getting shot as well. He's running away. Another guy off to his east here a little bit. Kevin and a couple other guys putting in shots. And they have effectively counteracted this force that was waiting up in the woods. That was a good little flank by Tedish, a smart move to know that they took initial contact in the woods, push a little bit north, get ourselves into concealment, and operate on the flank. And that's what they did. Good little maneuver. Very interesting stuff to see. So Muff, back in that MTLB, laying out some fire. Might see people out there to the northeast. Nuke Dukem goes down in the field. Shot off of the Dishkateki. Grim Reaper and Evwan mount up in it and try to run away. Muff is putting in some shots. The mortars go out. That was really close to Tedish. Doesn't manage to kill him, but those mortars were very on target. He's bandaging. He's hurt. He's trying to get away. I can only imagine that they're going to put out a couple more mortars here. Google Track saying it's never a balanced game with Tedish in it. That's true. That man, that's a talented man right there. Let's see what happens here. Muff still putting out shots. Looks like he's getting ready. He's lining up.
Make sure that MTLB doesn't flank us.
Those two MTLBs have just kind of been stunted down there, you know? Muff put the shots on them early, and they've just kind of been stunted. They haven't been able to move up since they're so damaged. So you can see they've still got this force up here, commanded by Tedish. And they actually have... I hadn't seen this yet. So this looks to be Hamlet's squad. The guys that you saw on the other side of the bridge, way to the northwest, way earlier, now pushing up from the south. One Tap Man bringing in a lot, or the transport truck. Is he supposed to be bait? What is this? He rockets up through. Some minds blow. Oh man, One Tap cruising into the village, and he's like, you know what? It's not that bad, guys. There's not much contact here. What is this? What is One Tap doing? He cruises through. He links up, and he's now pushing into the village on his own. I'm guessing he was trying to clear from mines or something. I'm not sure what he was doing. He drives right into the village. He drives right in. Captain Matt, not sure what he's seeing, puts in some shots on One Tap. What is happening? Finally, a lag goes in on him. He just drove through the village. He gets out. What is happening? One Tap pushes out around the building. Silent death close to him. I don't know what's going on. He's holding here. I just need to follow what happens here because I was not expecting that. I did not see that coming in a million years. He did say Leroy. He put some shots in. He actually hurt somebody. He hurts Harrison too. Kind of pulls back a little bit. What? What? I'm so confused. I'm so confused. One Tap just shoved himself in here all alone, drove directly through Akeem and got out. Not unscathed, but, you know, he made it out.
Just a little bit more so they can just pull right over.
Big yes on your screen there. Sees One Tap's man squad. They open up some shots on One Tap himself, but he's still alive.
That background's making it hard.
I can't even believe that he's still alive in here. He's still holding this position. And we've got forces moving in from the northwest now. A couple forces moving in from the northeast. The MTLB, or that was a Dishkateki, actually, I think, opening up. Oh, no! Xbit gets hit! He goes down. Oh, man. The MTLB over on the east opening up again. Muff laying in some shots. They've also got another gun over here opening up on it. Oh, the techie here, the Dishkateki, just took a hard shot. Captain Matt trying to get it out of there. They've got contacts real close. Captain Matt trying to get it away. Kevin, Shadowed Ritual, just on the other side of the wall. Shattered Ritual Command throws a grenade over, hits Captain Matt. Captain Matt throws another grenade back his way. They run inside, and they are able to be safe. Shattered Ritual Command right up in the front, leading from the front. That's what I like to see sometimes, man. Oh, Captain Matt bleeds out. He goes down. That's a squad lead down for Militia. We've got some shots raining in from the south. Hanley goes down as he tries to push up. That's a squad lead down for Russia. Hendo pushing up here. Silent Death in the building. Iron Tyrant pushing up to his building right now. Some more shots coming in from the east. Lots of stuff happening right now. The big push is on, and it looks like this is the initial fighting force in the southwest, trying to get up to this position and make sure that they get some good contact out. Silent Death puts out a grenade to the south. It blows up. It kills Miyamoto. Great grenade. Oh, man, a rocket comes in and kills One Tap Man, who was right there on the Dishka emplacement. Leroy Jenkins goes down. Unfortunate. That was Cool Breeze that took him out. Clean rocket from him. Silent Death still holding that building. And now this force is pulling back. They seem to be retreating. Hendo, Iron Tyrant, Zed, and Rate pulling away. Tedish up on the north side, still moving in with his crew.
Squad leader now.
Let's see.
What's going on?
Tedish just moving in from the north. He's got basically the remnants of one squad up here with Saloon number 12, Merrill, Hancock, and Triptez. He's got Mad to the Jack, and we've got shots coming in. Tedish laying here, putting some shots in on the village proper. Get you down in here and see what he sees. Looks like he's not going to be able to see much. There's a lot of stuff in the way, but he's opening up still, laying in some contact and making sure that his presence is known. He wants them to know that they are not safe from this side at all. We do have a flanking force from Militia working in here. Creeping, Torched, Kahuna, Carpy, Iron Feast. Pushing around from the north. Your view there on Carpy pushing through this field. They're going to come in on the north side of Tedish if they keep pushing in on the east a little bit. We'll see. You can see Tedish's squad in the back there. Creeping, Torched, and Carpy leading the way, pushing up. They might try to get a good flank on. We'll see how that goes. That's crazy. Man. We'll see if this flank actually works out from them. These guys, Creeping Squad, was stationed way out to the northwest early in the round. Oh, and we just got some shots in town. Bird Person goes down. I believe that was Tedish's squad. Somebody in that took him down. Bird Person going down in the village. Oh! A rocket comes in on the south, and it takes down 2. That was one of the MTLBs that just got blown up. That was Degos and Soberpud going down in that MTLB that you see sitting right there. Got blown up. I'm not sure who did that. I think it might have been Muffin Sightless.
That's a lot of shit.
Not sure who did that. But you can see Muff Bandit with that MTLB still holding strong. He's had it since the beginning of the match. And he's the one who weakened up those 2 MTLBs early in it. He's got that MTLB kind of parked off here to the east. And he's just sitting there. Another rocket comes out. That hits somewhere around Goobzor in the northwest here. Goobzor definitely hurt. Scared you around there too. Shots coming in on the southwest as a push comes in. Rate moving through the field gets hit. They're trying to push in here. Hendo in the front of your screen gets hit real bad. He's bleeding. He's got a bandage pronto. He dies. He bled out. Iron Tyrant taking shots as he tries to cross the field. Another one. Rate goes down in the field. Zed getting hit as well. He's bleeding out. Iron Tyrant bleeding out. Zed goes down. Iron Tyrant, the only one that survived that push. Muff Bandit pushing in with the MTLB. Sightless driving it for him as they roll in. Looks like they are going to get eyes on this situation. The only one that made it in from that push is the Iron Tyrant. He's the only one who managed to make it. Shots come raining in from the south from Muff Bandit. Tedish squad up to the north getting flanked hard by Carpy and Creeping. Here comes the flank. We were talking about it earlier. They take down Sexy Ton. They're pushing through. Kahuna gets a little bit injured. Shots coming back in. Tedish gets hit. He's bleeding. Iron Fist puts some shots in on him. They definitely know that he's there. We'll see what happens. Iron Fist has to bandage. Tetish has to bandage. Shots come back in on Tetish from Karpi. Karpi goes down to Tetish. Tetish takes him out. Tetish OP. Tetish unbalanced.
Alright, this is 4.
Tetish just called out, this is 4. I am all alone. He's the only guy left in his squad. Only guy left from that. They all got taken out in that flank. Oh, there's a grenade. It comes in and it wipes out Tetish. That is the end of Squad 4. And that is it. Man, Muff Bandit still on the south. Got that MTLB. Looking north. See what he can see. He's got himself a good position here. Iron Tyrant still alive somehow. The only one who survived that push. And things are looking dire for the Russians. They've lost a lot of squads trying to make it in here. We'll see if they're able to clear this out. There is still a lot of militia left. Shots coming in from Iron Tyrant. He downs one. Or, no, yes, he downed one. Racine whiffs a rocket, puts it into the wall. Doesn't manage to get it out there. Unfortunate for him. And shots come in and the Iron Tyrant goes down. So that's the southern push taken out. Shadowed Ritual, Command, pushing in here. Sneaky Sniper, Kevin pushing in as well. Lots of guys here on this center location. The MTLB rolling up around to the southwest. Silent Death still out to the west as well. The militia holding really strong. Get some of these names out of the way for you guys so you can see. Look at all these militia sitting in and around the fob location, making sure that nothing happens to their precious fobs. Some shots come in. They now know the position of Shadowed Ritual. That is command for the Russian forces. He's hit. He's bleeding a little bit, but he's bandaging up. He's going to be okay, it looks like, for now. Looks like he has a medic with him, too. Heal him up. Heal him up real good.
On the west side of town.
You can see him there on your screen. He's got those binos out, trying to make sure he's doing well. A couple shots put in from his east a little bit. 3-man force stuck on this building. We'll see if they're able to do anything with it. Sneaky Sniper, Shadowed Ritual, and Kevin with him. And a whole lot of militia to his south. Kevin, an LAT, he gets the rocket. He looks like he's ready. He hears the MTLB down there. A grenade comes in. They all manage to survive it, though they're hurt a little bit. They pull inside the building. Another grenade comes in. They're still doing okay in the building. All patching up. Some more shots coming in as well. MTLB from Muff Bandit and Sightless opening up.
Pull forward a foot.
Oh, wow. This is a real tough time. This is a real tough time. Shadowed Ritual,
copy.
Just with his 2 guys trying to push in. Kevin pushes out to the west, and he goes down. He gets shot immediately as he tried to peek that corner. That was from somebody over this way. Somebody who's up in this building. That is Thurman Merman, who's up in that building. MTLB now opening up, penetrating through the fence. Yeah, the fence. What is that?
Yeah, they hit me with it.
The MTLB actually hit. It managed to hit Shadowed Ritual, piercing through that wall.
Yeah, we need to get out of here. Let's go north.
Are these the last 2 guys left for Russia? Oh, nope. We've got a squad pushing in through here. We've got a fire team, actually, pushing in through here. That's Mad to the Jack, Merrill, Saloon number 12, and John Hancock. So, Shadowed Ritual, not the last guy alive.
No.
They're moving out. They're getting ready to try to shift positions. They know that MTLB is just going to creep in on them, and they don't have any LATs here. A frag round goes in. A couple shots coming back in this way. Looks like that's from Thurman Merman again. Up in that tower.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, it's an honor system for people tuning in while the game is going on. These guys are all in here because they want a good experience. Oh, here they come. Shadow Ritual pushing out. Muff Bandit firing on him from the MTLB. Shots come in. Oh, man. Shadowed Ritual lives, but his buddy goes down.
I'm out of bandages. God
Shadowed Ritual pulls into this building.
God.
He somehow lived.
Command's going to go down for I'm out of
He's
bandages.
bleeding out. He just called out over radio. I'm out of bandages. Command is going down eventually, and tried to give out his last orders.
I'm gonna try and take as many as I can with me.
And he goes down pretty much immediately. Oh no. That was a good little push. Silent Death came in and just took him out. So now for Russia, their hopes and dreams all rest on the shoulders of these 4 guys out here. Baxter saying, hope everybody is fair and doesn't cheat by watching the stream. You know, one, it wouldn't give you much of an advantage if you actually watch the stream because it's still only one life, and if somebody sees you first, you go down. But it's really obvious if people are ghosting, there is at least one staff member or a regular in every squad, so we can kind of understand if those things are happening. And also, these guys are in here because they want a realistic and tactical teamwork experience that's really intense. And these people do not want to have that experience ruined. So, yeah. I would definitely say nobody's going to be ghosting or anything like that. Gunstone's asking if they're switching attacking or defending roles after this. Yep, they'll swap them around round 2. We'll flip this around. Anybody who was on Russia will now be on Militia, and Militia will be on Russia.
And then just take position in those woods for now.
So
I'd like to keep you a little bit separated.
Big yes, just hanging out on that peninsula northwest of Village. He's just enjoying himself. He's just, you know, having a rest, enjoying the stream. It's close to the river, I think. Yeah. He's just kind of hanging out there, you know, enjoying the sights. He's like, man, Gorodok's really pretty. Gorodok's real pretty. It's nice this time of year, you know? Carola saying you thought this would be round 2. Nope, this is round 1. We got a whole nother round after this, so don't you go away. After this round finishes up, we got a whole nother round. And what's going on right now? These 4 guys are all that's left of the Russian push. And look at this militia force that's still around up here. Tons of guys still ready and raring. And not only tons of guys. Where is he? Cruising around in this MTLB here. Muff Bandit and Sightless. Doing their thing. MTLB still in great shape. Muff's been cruising in this thing all game with Sightless as his driver. Doing some good work, man. They hurt the other MTLBs early, made sure that they got taken out, stopped some infantry pushes. Really powerful work with this MTLB. Good stuff from him and Sightless. That's what I like to see. Baxter, you know, we really don't keep this competitive at all. We're not trying to be a competitive group. This is mostly for fun. Oh, but Silent Death. Silent Death coming in close. He peeks the corner. He takes one down, and he goes down himself. Now they know. Now the position is known. A shot came in on Muff Bandit and Sightless. The position is known. Muff's going to get some shots lined up here. Oh, there it goes. Muff and Sightless go down. Boom. That was a good shot that came out. Oh, man. Man, what an explosion. Oh, Squad is such a pretty game. Squad is such a pretty game. Oh, they're moving now. I think that was Merrill who took that shot. Merrill or Saloon, one of the two. But they took him out. Down goes the MTLB. Muff Bandit and Sightless putting in some good work that round, but eventually taken out. Oh, here comes some shot. Oh, and Saloon number 12 goes down. Or no, that was John Hancock. I apologize. So it's Merrill and Saloon number 12 pushing up through here. The only 2 Russians left. Saloon number 12 in the lead. Merrill right behind him. They might get peeked on this corner here. You can see somebody down there.
He's in the second.
Shots come in. Grenade hits close to them, but they're all right. Just scared them. Scared them a little bit. Here comes a peek from up the road.
We don't have time to wait. They know exactly.
Racine and Harrison pushing that corner. They know exactly where they are. Racine peeks the road, but he pulls back. Harrison getting ready. They put out some smoke, and it looks like they're going to peek and try to run. They know that their position has been given away. Racine or Harrison pushing up here. Oh, shots come in, take down Saloon. Last one alive here, Merrill. And he gets shot down from the building. That was Thurman Merman taking him out. And that's going to be GG. There's the call. GG to everybody involved. That is it. Man, that was crazy. That was a crazy first round. Oh, So we are not done. That was just the first round. We're going to roll the map. We're going to flip these roles. Russia becomes militia. Militia becomes Russia. And we get to see how this happens from the other side. We'll see the new plans that come in from Shadowed Ritual. We'll see the other perspective from Best Pony, new plans, and we'll see what they do. But we're going to take ourselves a little break here, run you some trailers. These are going to show off some of the SOTT things that we run. Really cool stuff. So take a look at these trailers while we take ourselves a little break. We'll see you after this.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming out to SOTT Basic. I'm your instructor today, Hammering Hutch. You guys can simply just call me Hutch. When we are suppressing an enemy target, the whole intent of this is to keep the enemy's head down so an adjacent unit can maneuver onto them. During this process, we have a thing that happens automatically and organically, whether it be with buddy teams or fire teams. The whole intent is to ensure there's no lull in the gunfire, thus talking guns. Open fire. Contact front. Alpha, bound. I'm up. He sees me. I'm down. Bravo, bound. I'm up. He sees me. I'm down. All right, Bravo set. Alpha up. He sees me. I'm down. You're now in what is known as a file. You're now in what is known as a staggered column, and usually used when on patrol or when moving from one location to another where contact is imminent. And these are a few of the basic formations that we use during squad ops. The SOTT Advanced Weapons Systems course was created to ensure Squad Ops participants share the same knowledge and understanding of the use and applications of mission-specific weapons and the basic tactics involved in their deployment. The Automatic Rifleman. The Automatic Rifleman is the foundation of a fire team and/or squad. The job of the Automatic Rifleman is to deliver a high volume of prolonged, effective suppressing fire on enemy positions to allow the maneuver of friendly units during offensive operations and the repelling of enemy attacks in defensive operations. The Grenadier, a key member of the fire team and squad. The Grenadier is first and foremost a rifleman who is capable of delivering accurate fire of both high explosive and smoke rounds on point and area targets at varying distances. One of the other added benefits of the Grenadier is to engage dead space, which is essentially an area that cannot be hit by direct fires. The Light Anti-Tank Gunner. Soldiers carrying light anti-tank weapons are, just as Grenadiers, riflemen first. They are the ideal infantry-based counter to both lightly armored and thin-skinned vehicles. At short, medium, and far distances, the rockets fired are a viable weapon against groups of infantry as well. The SOTT Advanced Weapons Systems course, although not a requirement, is highly encouraged for Squad Ops participants to join to expand their knowledge of how to utilize the tools that are given to us within Squad.
All right. We are back with another round of Operation Rising Giant here on the beautiful Gorodok. If you don't know who we are Squad Ops. I'm CMYK Matter, your host. And joining me again, my buddy, my man, taking down 9 kills in the MTLB, Muff Bandit. Great work, man. How did that feel?
Well, thank you, Matter. It felt pretty good. I didn't know how many I had. I didn't even try to keep track. I was just playing for the team. Yeah, and then we died, though. We did die in the end. Got our
you got taken out in the end. Yeah, you got taken out in the end. They got a good little push on you there, but still impressive work. You and Sightless working really well together. I feel like you guys had some good coordination using that local comms. How do you feel that went? Was coordination pretty good?
Coordination was great. I had a great driver. His name was Sightless. Yep. And hopefully I get him again. I just got word that I am going to command another MTLB during this round.
Nice. We'll get to see some more Muff action in the MTLB. I'm excited.
Yep.
I'm excited. So you kind of stopped that push that came in from the southeast. What was the plan there? Did you just kind of see him come over the hill and just kind of park in the right place?
Well, you know what? First we were watching like kind of west, and we had a good little spot there. And then we get word that they're coming from the southeast, and we're like, are we sure, you know? And Odessa's like, yeah, I think we're pretty sure they're coming. And, and we're like, fine, okay, we're gonna start looking that way. And as soon as we look that way, here they come, boom, right there. And
perfect.
And I just took shots, just started lighting up the MTLBs. They were the main target. Stop them. It was a long shot for any lat to make from that distance. So I figured I would see them first and at least get shots on them and keep them suppressed. But it worked out really well.
Yeah.
Looks like we're doing some briefing right now, though. So I better let you guys go.
All right. Good luck, Muff. We'll see you in the second round.
All right. Thanks a lot, guys.
And we now have the luck of getting to listen to Best Pony's briefing. So we're gonna shut up and listen here to him.
Squad would hit us and we destroy them as a team, and it was bad. So we're going to take the opposite tack. We're going to do a big platoon line, and we're just going to push in, and we're just going to push in and crush them. We're going to envelop the team and destroy it. How we're going to do that is, the whole team is driving the MTLBs in the transport truck to the mound, which I'm not going to mark, because, they might still be scoping shit out in admin camp. Then after we dismount at the mound, we're going to form a platoon line with Squad 3 on the left, in Lima 8, keypad 7, and Squad 4 on the far right in Mike 8, keypad 6. And then Squads 1 and 2 will be in the middle. Squad 1 will be Lima 8, keypad 8, and Squad 2 will be Lima 8, keypad 9. You'll have 100 meters for each squad to spread out, so I don't want to see bad combat spacing, or I will be very upset with you. Now, what we're going to do from there is we're going to advance all the way up to the 5-6 line, and then from there we're going to use a combined arms approach. One MTLB will be on the western flank with Squad 3. The other MTLB will be run by command and will be in the middle of the formation with Squads 1 and 2. And we will just push directly into Akeem and just take over the town. Like, we're just going to smack into it, clear all the buildings out, get the radio down, and just wipe out all the militia inside. If we do it correctly, we should, in fact, take the town before they even know what's going on. They'll likely have squads that are scattered and outside the town. The armor, once we reach the town and you guys are into clearing buildings, will probably pull off to go cut off additional militia reinforcements from other areas. And it'll just be on you to clear all these buildings and take out that fob radio. Does that make sense?
Roger.
And just to explain another detail during the... This is not a blitzkrieg. This is a slow, methodical, deliberate assault. We're just splitting to the mound because it's a good staging area, and because if we staged the platoon line down here and walked all the way, it would take us an hour just to get to a key. The mound is about halfway there, so we only have to walk about 600 meters from the mound to our starting position from which we commence the attack. Also, if you hear mortars, don't stop, don't run backwards, keep moving forwards. It's very difficult to pre-sight mortars on positions that you haven't reached yet, but it's very easy to sight the mortars on where you are. If you drop to the ground when you hear a mortar round, that's exactly what the enemy wants. They're going to splash right on top of your head. If you sprint through it or just walk through it and keep moving forwards, it's unlikely that the rounds will hit you. They should splash harmlessly behind you as you advance. Does that make sense?
Can I get that in
Provided a mortar.
All right, and we're just gonna detail the actual assault real quick. Once we get to the 5-6 line, Squad 3 on the left is gonna try and take that lefternmost farmhouse, Lima 5, K7, K1. Squad 1 is gonna try and hit the house with the green roof, Lima 5, K7, K2. Squad 2 is gonna hit the other building in Lima 5, K4, K6, and Squad 4 is gonna flank to the woods in Lima 5, K9, K3, and try to provide supporting fire on the back sides of the houses. Once we've cleared those buildings, you're just gonna keep moving, right? You're gonna go clear the other side of Akeem. Armor's gonna move up and continue supporting. It's all gonna be glorious. Anyone have any questions?
Smoke policy?
Smoke policy is smoke him if you got him. If you have to cross a big fuck-off open field, don't be afraid to toss some smokes. However, if you toss smokes halfway across a big open field, the only person who you're going to help is the enemy, because when you get through that smoke, they're just going to see you right on the other side of it, and you're not going to see them running up to it. So, if it's big enough, don't smoke it. If you can smoke their position from where you are, then do so. Because if you just smoke partway across, then you're just obscuring your vision, and you're giving them a target to fire at. They can put suppressive fire with the ARs on it and mow you all down.
Try not to find yourself in a position where you need to throw a smoke grenade.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's really the best policy.
Wow. I love you, Muff.
Ideally, Muff is going to kill all of the enemies while they're inside the buildings trying to peek at you when you're trying to move up, so you won't even need smoke grenades because all the people trying to shoot you will be dead.
Pikachu.
Yeah, exactly.
Pikachu.
600 meters.
Right. Any other questions? Any concerns?
I do have a concern.
All right, so we got to listen into the Russia briefing there for this. Yeah, Pikachu. I heard it too. I was wondering if anybody was going to say it. This is good stuff. But that was a good little brief. It was interesting to see his plan of kind of just pushing up real hard and kind of doing a platoon line and shoving up through. So let's go ahead and take a moment to go over Operation Rising Giant, the operation that we're running tonight. So the militia get themselves 2 ARs, 1 LAT, 1 scout, and 1 medic per squad. They also get to pick 3 technicals of any type, 1 MTLB NSVT, 1 Logidump, and 1 FOB that they will be placing on Akeem. For Russia, they get 2 ARs, 2 LATs, and 1 medic per squad. They also get 2 MTLB MSVTs and 1 transport truck that they are able to use. So the general purpose of this operation are that militia have taken over the town of Akeem. They've dropped their communications equipment there, and they are going to be holding out in the village of Akeem. For Russia, they are going to be tasked with trying to push in and clear the village of Akeem of all militia contacts. Ultimately, this is kind of a last man standing up. Whoever is able to eliminate all of the enemy forces, they are going to be the victors. That being said, it's not too much about victory around here. We're more in it for the experience. I really love me some Rising Giant. This is a fun operation on a big map. Big old map. Lots of cool stuff happening. So the Russian side, like I said, I would be spectating on the Russian side all night. So let's look around here. Russia is going to be blue all night. So anybody that you see as blue, that is going to be the Russian team. Anybody that you see as red is going to be a militia team, and they are off way in the distance up there at Akeem. Shadowed Ritual and his boys.
Anywhere else?
They're going to be on the militia side this time. So they flipped it around. If you noticed last time, Best Pony was commanding the militia, and Shadowed Ritual was commanding the Russians. For the second round, we flipped that, so everybody gets to experience it from a different location. Good stuff. So let's go ahead and take a moment to go over the commands and their capable squad leads. Obviously, for Russia, we've got Best Pony as the command, and then his capable squad leads, Captain Matt, Creeping, Odessa, and the Gaming Brennan. And then for the other side, commanded by Shadowed Ritual, on the militia team this time, it's going to be his capable squad leads, Tedish, Nasty Nate, X-Bit, and One Tap Man. So, pretty cool stuff. One-tap man taking over. I believe Hamlet was originally the squad lead on that side, but I think he had to drop out. So, we now have one-tap man in command. Not a problem. Absolutely an experienced person here in Ops. Carpy, you see on your screen, mounted up. Sitting in that transport truck. Big yes on your screen now, also sitting in that truck.
So it should have killed me.
Getting ready to maneuver out. And it looks like Militia will be getting their defenses ready over here. Russia is pretty much ready to go. Militia, sadly, because of their spawn location on this map on the southwest side, they have to take a good bit of time to maneuver over there. So it's going to take them a little bit. But once they get their guys spawned in, they might do themselves a briefing. I'm not really sure of the status of their briefing right now. I have to find out. Looks like there's no briefing yet for Militia, but they're kind of getting everybody spawned in and getting the plan together. See Server Air 404 on your screen, getting ready. The Militia just basically have to hold that village in Akeem. And that's all they have to do. Just wait there and hold it. While Russia has the task of trying to clear it. So we'll see if they're able to actually do that this time. Last time the Russians were not successful. Militia held out quite well, and they were able to overwhelm the enemy as they tried to push in. They got good shots on the MTLB earlier, and they were able to take them out. So if you don't know who we are or what we do, we are Squad Ops. We are a community who runs One Life operations in the game Squad. Squad is a fun little tactical teamwork-based game that is all about making sure that you guys have a good time while also having a little bit more of a less arcadey experience. It's a great game. If you don't know what it is, you should go check it out. But in the meantime, you got us to hang out with, and I think that's pretty neat. You guys are all my friends hanging out in Twitch chat. If you got any questions or anything you want to know about Squad or Squad Ops, feel free to ask them. I'm always happy to answer. But in the meantime, we see Militia kind of getting themselves into position. I do wonder if they're going to actually... Let's see. I do wonder if they're going to actually try to get a briefing together, or if they're just going to kind of let their guys do their thing.
And my squad
looks like Shadowed right now is telling the squad leads what's going on, so we're going to listen in on that a little bit.
Marks. Any IEDs should be placed around the fob proper, the fob building proper, just so whenever they occupy them. So like here-ish, here-ish, here-ish. What?
What's the objective here?
Defend the fob.
No, that was just a diversion to make you.
Any questions?
Upset, so.
All right. Let's meet up for the platoon brief. We'll do it right here by the SPG techie.
Briefing.
Yeah, briefing. Come over, line up for the brief.
Shut up. Oh, you're lucky. I don't miss.
Just follow.
Meryl, you're
Okay.
a gunner.
That's all you need. Try bring a gunny. I can do that.
Hunter Killer Squad.
Hunter Killer. Snake Squad.
Simon says give all your attention to Shadow Ritual.
Oh. Alright, as soon as Genray gets here.
Are we just blobbing this?
Yeah, we're all gonna just run at Russian main and see if we can get them before they leave main. Alright guys, nice try last time. It was a pretty good attempt. This time we're gonna try and do the same thing to them. Just we're gonna defend Akeem from the Russian forces coming in. Squad 1 is going to be to the far east to try and cut off any attempt to come through the woods on the Logi mark. They're going to harden up there, and they're going to be facing east and or south, and just watching the eastern part of Akeem. Squad 2 is going to be in charge of the northeastern part of Akeem, just northeast of the fob on the green fob marker. Squad 3 is a hunter-killer squad. They're going to mount up in a Discotechie and an SPG Techie and move out of Akeem north, moving northwest, and then head along the south or west side of the map. They're going to drop their mine on that bridge and drop a scout team to watch your northern flank along the peninsula. Squad 4 is in charge of our west-southwest on the red fob markers. And my squad will be floating between probably the south part, since that's going to be the most likely approach. Mines are going to go down in... We're going to try and create a little minefield in this field on the sniper mark. And any IEDs I want placed in buildings around the fob. Your scouts, your job is to stay alive until the very end. So any kind of building that they can possibly get into, so the plan is you're gonna be in that building, and then as soon as they start pushing you, you're gonna pull out of that building and let them occupy it, and then you're gonna blow the IED. So it's really like a just a trap, and that's how I want to play with the IEDs. Any questions? Cool. Squad leads, break them up for any last minute details. I'll call for live. Any questions? That's all good? We're good?
Good briefing, squad leader.
All right, so you got to listen in on the militia plans there. So it looks like they're going to just be spreading out a little bit, dropping IEDs in the buildings, and putting a little minefield down in this field over to the east, which is the one he was talking about. While we were listening in on their briefing, Parker asked, how do we design the operations? We have a wonderful operation design team within our community. Hammer and Hutch, XBit, a few other guys, but we always take suggestions from the community as well to design these operations and put them together. I'm mostly thinking of Grinder recently, which was an operation we ran that basically got hammered out one night in Discord after a regular event with just a bunch of regulars and Hutch in a channel just talking about stuff, joking a little bit, and out of it came an operation. And that was Grinder. We've run that a few times. That's over on Al Basra. Really good stuff.
Yep.
So they come from all over the place. You know, sometimes they are just an idea that somebody had and they kind of put it together themselves. Sometimes there's a collaboration between multiple people. Sometimes it's the team working on it. And there we go. We are live. Militia ready, Russia ready, and we are live. So everybody's going to start moving out for the second round of Operation Rising Giant here with Squad Ops. If you want to know more about Squad Ops and our One Life operations, I recommend you head over to squadops.gg, where you can find all of the information about us. Join up on our Discord, talk to us, hang out. You can come hang out with me. I'll talk to you. You know, I sit in there a lot during the day. So big yes on your screen there. Russian transport truck riding in. It looks like Pony is going to be pushing his forces up, and they are going to then dismount and kind of move in as this big platoon line, as we heard them talking about earlier. So a lot of people going to be moving up there. Dave Cleese asking what the op objective is. We went over that a little bit ago, but we'll go over it again. This one is Rising Giant. So the Russians here, the guys that I'm following right now with these two MTLBs in their transport truck, they are going to have to push north, and they are going to have to take the village of Akeem. The militia have held up in the village of Akeem. It's the one to the northeast with the red fob marker. And all they have to do, militia has to hold it and make sure that the Russians don't push in. Meanwhile, the Russians are going to be trying to do their best to clear out that village, clear the fob, and make sure that there are no militia forces left. Simple attack defense on this one, but it's in the town of Akeem. The militia do get one logi dump, so they are able to build some stuff. The Russians, however, get 2 LATs in each of their squads, as well as these 2 big MTLBs. So a lot of boom boom there. A lot of boom. So that's what's going on tonight in Operation Rising Giant. If you're just joining us, this is Squad Ops. We are a community that runs One Life operations in the game squad. If you want to know more about us, check us out, squadops.gg. Good stuff over there. Really good stuff. Got a forum, got some Discord action, Got all of our information there. You can find out everything. So let's see what these Russian forces do. We've got a couple guys pushing up here. This is Best Pony, actually, command. Tasman and Smith pushing up with him as well. In this MTLB, it looks like they might be just trying to get some advance warning, get some advance notice if there's anything there. So the MTLB here in the front of your screen. So the MTLB, it is slow, it's clunky, it's loud, but the great thing about this thing is that it has a big old mounted NSVT on it, and it can hold 19 guys. So 19, you and 18 of your best friends can all mount up in this thing and get somewhere. If you need to move a whole lot of people to one place, then that's what you want to use, that MTLB. I think it can hold the most people of any Vic in the game. I don't think anything can hold more. I think the Striker actually can only hold 11. The VTR might be close, but that thing is a big beast. It can hold a lot of guys in it. A bunch of them mount up in the back. I love when that thing's fully loaded, because a bunch of people then end up sitting like up on the top of it, and it looks really cool. Reminds me of all those old World War II photos with guys sitting on the top of their Shermans and stuff, riding them into towns and stuff. Always reminds me of that. I think it's really neat. So we've got Jack Reynolds here on point on the western side, getting into position. And Pony was talking about making this big platoon push. So we'll see how they actually operate that. If we take a look on the map here, they're getting a good line spread out. See this line forming here. And they are going to try to do their best to keep that line in place as they push across the map. So we'll see how that goes. Look at this line formation. Look at this platoon line the Best Pony has set up for us. Oh, man. He didn't just do it for me. It's actually a valid tactic, but man, I love the look. Holden, to sign up for Squad Ops, all you got to do, head over to squadops.gg, register yourself with a forum account, hop into our Discord, get yourself set up there, go through SOTT Basic, and you can register for the operations. So that's all you got to do. Head over to squadops.gg. You can find all the information about our One Life events and how to get involved in them.
India 8.
Oh, man. So there is a little bit different. Something a little different. X-Bit in the SPG Techie, way out to the west, cruising down the MSR. It looks like they might be acting as kind of a flanking force. We'll see. They are way out here. You can see those. There's these two vehicles way out here. Let me see if I can get in position to check them out. They might try to hook themselves south and maneuver across the bridge and kind of act as a flanking force. It'd be pretty interesting if they're able to actually do that effectively. Here they are. They are in the center of my screen. Saloon number 12, Dagos, X-Bit, John Hancock pushing around. Dishka Techie and an SPG Techie. So these are two of the technicals that they actually chose to use. And they are just cruising, boy. Boom. This thing is pretty crazy fast. See if I can get it up here. Alright, so the Dishka Technical that you see in the middle of your screen here, that thing is mounted up with a Dishka in the back. It can only hold 5 people. It's pretty fast. Doesn't have much in the way of defenses, but it can lay down some hurt with that Dishka gun mounted on it. I like the Dishka Techies. I love these Dishka Techies. I think that they're pretty cool. Pretty good stuff. This is the second round for everybody asking in chat. SPG Techie pulling up as well, getting stuck on some rocks, it looks like. The SPG Techie, similar to the Dishka Techie, can hold 5, but it is mounted with an SPG recoilless rifle. If you don't know what that SPG-9 does, it can shoot straight ropes of rockets pretty much. It does about as much damage as an RPG, but this thing can fire over a very long range and do a lot of damage to a vehicle if it is able to hit. Pretty cool stuff. So they've pushed it up onto this radio antenna hill, And it seems like for now they're just gonna hold up here.
Yeah, no vehicles over
Off
here.
to their east, Xbit looking off to his east. They're trying to get some eyes on this push that's going on. Well, they don't really know where the push is yet, I don't believe, but he's looking north. They're trying to get some eyes out and see what's going on, see if they can spot this push before it comes in. But this force is just moving up in a big old platoon line. Look at this. Shots coming in on the east. Let's see what's happening over here. Looks like these guys pushing across this field are taking shots. Everscience, Shamrock, Grim Reaper, Gaming Brennan, FX1000 taking shots from a squad up to the north. Boogie, blazing fire, putting shots back in on him. Tedish firing in on him. Man, that smoke, trying to use it to kind of obscure their position. But ultimately, since it's so close to them and this is just a giant field, that smoke's not going to do them much good. We'll see if they're able to make this push. I feel like somebody already got dropped over here. They're firing some more shots in here. From the south, Silverman, Gonzo the Gons, in the center of your screen there, putting in shots to the north. You can see him laying in that fire with that AR, trying to cover for his guys as they push in. We'll see if they're able to do it. This big command, or this big platoon line, I hear Pony saying he wants to get up there and take a look and see how this push is going to go. They all shift themselves a little west and start shoving up behind this hill, this little defilade that's in front of them. If you see this little hill, that's basically what they're using as concealment as they push up. Oh, the MTLB opens up over here. Shots coming in. Kevin gets hurt. Technochris bleeding out. Shots coming in on the south side of Akeem. This big push coming through. Oh no! Kevin! Kevin's in the woods! Kevin's right behind Jack Reynolds. He's got contact close. Part-time Ninja Turtle. Very close to him as well. He's bleeding.
Fall back.
I can't believe that Kevin's just holding these woods.
Fall back.
Muff might have seen him. He's close. Muff's looking right in there. You can see him checking out that area. They know that there's contact. I can't believe Kevin's holding these woods, though. Jack Reynolds gets shot by him as well. Jack doesn't know where that contact is. Kevin holds the bush. Jack Reynolds goes down again. No, Jack having a rough week. Kevin holding that, and he goes down to part-time Ninja Turtle. Unfortunate for Jack Reynolds. Kevin, though, holding that, takes down one. Oh, man. Poor Jack. I feel so bad. He was the first one out last round. And I don't know if he's the first one out here, but it was one of the first, certainly. So this squad here, Carpy, pushing through this field with his squad. Iron Feast, Carpy on your screen, crawling through this field, shots coming in over his head, creeping, Truth Realm, Big Yes and Taps pushing around him, and here comes the MTLB, driven by Smith. This is Command, Best Pony, pushing up with the MTLB. He says, you know what? I'm going to be right in front. I'm going to be right in front. Oh, the MTLB to the west opens up. Some shots coming back in. We'll see what happens here. They're crawling up through this field, creeping, bleeding. Some shots come in from him. Best Pony, he is determined that he is going to just kind of hold it here and take these shots in.
Yeah, keep going.
Oh, man. Xbit on your screen, pushing up from the south. Here comes that flank that we talked about with those technicals that they had placed out to the west. They're sitting on Radio Hill, and here they now come in behind. They're moving along. They're not trying to go too fast. They want to make sure that they get good shots in. Xbit kind of dismounted up here, and he's looking in, trying to make sure that they get good position. They're going to use that SPG techie to try to get a good flank on the MTLBs and take them out. We'll see if he's able to do it. Xbit pushing in by foot. Believes he can get a good view. So Carpy on that screen there, he has pushed across the field, and they have made it up to the fence. So this southern push, a lot of people hurt, but they're doing okay. Oh, no. Nope, MTLB got hit. It's backing out. It's yellow health. That's Best Pony, the command in this thing. It got hit once, and they have backed up. We'll see what's able to happen here. Taps creeping, pushing in. They've got cover from the south. This squad over here to the south, firing in, making sure that they've got cover. Creeping, moving up. Good maneuver here with the fire coming in from the south to make sure that they've got cover. The Dishka opens up on the MTLB. It takes hits. They fire back in, and down goes... Was that Rate? Yeah, Rate goes down. Shots come in. Techno Chris goes down. They push on the building. Creeping and Carpy get taken out from 2 guys in the building. Taps pushing up. He's going to have guys in the window. 2 guys went down trying to clear those buildings. So far, this push, they've got a few downs, but they've been able to do something at least. 1 tap gets taken out here on the south. Iron Tyrant, Miyamoto, and Kevin in here. A shot comes out. That takes out the MTLB. Smith and Tagsman go down. Was Big Pony still in that? I think he was. I think he might have been. Dermoplast goes down in the field as well. Yeah, that looks like command down for the Russians. That's rough for them. Xbit sees Muff to the south. He's got eyes on him. They are going to use that techie. Muff firing in. Muff firing into the north, and that SPG techie with Xbit in command. Fires in. It hits. It hits.
Over.
Did that hit the MTLB? No, it hit behind. It hit behind. It was too high. Too high with that shot, but the MTLB. Muff is going to bug out.
240. Copy.
Oh, another SPG comes in, and that hits Thurman Merman. He's in bad shape. The MTLB gets themselves in position, and it fires back on the techie, and he's actually able to take down Merrill over there. The techie's going to pull back, try to get out of there real quick. Oh, no. Those shots coming back in towards Xbit with that technical. They've had to shift focus now that this flanking squad has come in. Shamrocks, the team wiping in a second. That happens sometimes, man. 1 life operations. They can get crazy. An IED goes off to the north. Did that kill anybody? Doesn't look like it. It's close, but didn't kill anybody. The MTLB, Muff Bandit, opening back up. He shoots Xbit. He got Xbit out of it. He shot Xbit out. John Hancock pulling back. Running. Xbit got shot out of the technical by the Muff Bandit. Putting in more shots on that technical. It's in bad shape. That thing's hurting. They got to get it out of there. Good shots from the Muff Bandit. And Sightless, actually, with that AR, providing some additional fire. So let's get back into the village now that that flank has been mostly dealt with. It looks like they were able to clear this building. Matrix, Iron Tyrant down in there. And it looks like Jax and Irwin were able to clear this out. Iron Feast pushing up here. We've got shots from... Is that the MTLB? Or no, that might be a Dishkin placement. Oh no, that is the MTLB. That was an NSVT. I knew I heard that sound. Firing in. Nasty Nate. His crew up here putting in shots on that corner of the fence, trying to get some bullet penetration on. Iron Tyrant goes down in the building, and it looks like they are able to get a foothold. So this is better than Russia was able to do last time. Russia was not able to get a real great foothold in the village, but it looks like this time Russia is able to get a foothold, and we'll see what they're able to do with it now. There is a squad to the northeast. It's just kind of hanging out there. They might come into play later. Silverman and Gonzo the Gon's also up there watching. So we'll see. Silverman kind of trying to... I think he's trying to maneuver up to get into position to actually push in the village. He might not even know he has a squad to his north. Racine's looking up there. Oh, nope. They know. They know. They're all looking that way. They know. Yeah, they're all looking that way. They definitely know they got contact to their north. It's just his fire team. Another IED goes. That doesn't look like it was able to kill anybody either. They blew it a little too soon. Here the MTLB, Muff Bandit.
Stop.
Back down here, firing in on the technical to the west. He's able to get some shots, but the technical pulls back real quick. Now we see Thurman Merman pushing across the field. He goes down. Odessa, Bird Person, Legit Gamer, and Kennett pushing up as well. See if they are able to get this foothold established. They've got a good number of guys already in the southeastern side of Akeem. Now, the hard part is going to be clearing out all these buildings. They put out a lot of smoke, but so far they haven't done anything with it. Keddish taking shots from the east. He puts in shots on Silverman's squad. He's bandaging now. They traded some fire back and forth. Tedish still has pretty much a full squad over here. And this is just a fire team from Racine and Gonzo the Gons, Silverman. Some shots coming in from the west on them. They're returning fire back in, and they are in a hard place. They're in a hard place over here. That's going to be rough for them. They've got the squad pushing on them from the north. They've got fire coming from Akeem to the west. Kennett goes down as he pushed across the field as well. Now they've got even more. They've got even more. Russia has able to get more guys into Akeem. Another shot goes in. That looks like it hit Muff Bandit.
Yep, move us.
He's all right, though. Oh, he took out... I think he took out the technical over there. Oh, maybe not. A rocket comes in. It hits Muff Bandit and Sightless. They try to maneuver themselves into a better position here. Don't want to take another shot. That thing will go down.
Guys, we're coming through.
Another shot goes in. That was Silent Death shoots the technical with Triptez and Dagos in it, and he goes down for it. Trades his life. Part-time Ninja Turtle with his RPG out, trying to get ready to see if that technical is going to come in again. We'll see what happens there. Yeah, you know, Satan's saying, good thing Russia have great SLs to take over. They really do. A lot of really good SLs. And as soon as command goes down, they will pass that baton on. The next person will take over, and command comms doesn't really go down. So it's good to see. They're still moving up here. Tedish and his squad still over there to the east, giving Silverman a hard time. And it looks like Boogie. Silverman got hit by Tedish. He's bandaging up. Boogie pushing across this field. The lonesome flanker, Boogie. They've sent him out here. And he might just get the flank on him. We'll see what happens. I just heard Odessa say that they see the MTLB. They're going to try to get it out with them, their MTLB. See what happens. This four-man squad. Boogie. Boogie pushing up. Boogie has to see him. Maybe not yet. He's close. Harrison pulls back a little bit. Gonzo the Gons there as well. Tedish and his crew moving up. They're starting to make the push. You can see them coming in from the north. Yeah, Boogie just needs to get a frag gren if he has it. Oh, the Dishkateki has moved up. The Dishkateki from the west has moved up, and it is now putting in shots on Harrison. Gonzo the Gons. They're trading back shots at it. And that allows Tedish's squad to move up. So that Dishkateki was a good little distraction. Boogie moves up, puts in shots on Harrison. The rest of Tedish's team moves up. Good distraction with that Dishka technical. Gonzo the Gons goes down. They use that Dishka technical brilliantly as kind of a distracting element to allow Tedish's squad to push in. Looks like Tedish did lose one in the engagement.
They're right over this hill.
Tedish is hit, bandaging up. Oh, Boogie goes down. Boogie goes down. A good frag takes him out. It looks like that was the Silverman who put shots back in on him. Just trying to bandage up now. Everybody trying to get themselves into position to continue this push. Some more frags come in. Racine, Gonzo the Gone, Silverman, the only guys left here. Putting in some good frags. Back over here on Village, it looks like the push is basically where it was. They haven't moved much. Oh, they've got some people starting to push in, though. They've got some people actually starting to maneuver into place. Truth Realm Gets up on this wall. He's really close to Scared You on the other side of the wall.
Nah, he's dead.
Truth goes down to Scared You as he pushes up through. Good fire from him. And he saw him crawling up through that little hole there. So Truth Realm goes down. The MTLB, driven by Sightless and Muff Bandit, operated by them, getting into position here. Looks like they might try to provide cover. Grim Reaper on the east goes down. Silverman putting shots back in on Lucid. Also Racine over here, still alive. Trading shots with Mooney up there on the hill. Mooney, Lucid, Silverman trading back and forth. Silverman just trying to get himself into a good position. A rocket comes out and it hits Lucid and Mooney. They're bleeding. They're going to have to bandage up. That was a great rocket. If they would have put it a little lower, they might have killed both of them, actually. I might have been able to take both of them out, but... Man. Tedish pushing across. He's got a rocket. Looks like they might shoot it at the MTLB. Let's see. They're getting ready. Muff's holding it on this wall. He might be able to block a rocket.
65, 060, 060.
They're calling that he's in one of the trees.
I'm fucking reloading.
Oh man, lots of guys up there on that hill.
Yep, I see him. I see him.
Are they still going to fire that rocket in? Doesn't look like so. They got into a good place.
No, don't shoot, don't shoot.
Part-time Ninja Turtle laying in fire, making sure that they are not able to get a clean shot on Muff Bandit and Sightless in that MTLB.
Yeah, I'm...
It's crazy. It's crazy. Muff Bandit firing back in. He taps one. I don't know if he got a guy down with that. He definitely hit somebody up there, though. MTLB opening back up. Muff Bandit trying to make sure that that hill is nice and suppressed so that his boys Silverman and Racine can link back up with the rest of their troop. Now, the problem for this platoon is they got that foothold in the southeast here, and they stopped. They stopped dead. I don't know if they were trying to get Silverman and his crew back with them, but when they hit that southeast, they just stopped. You see Benbot on your screen there with the RPG.
It's moving.
Can't really see the MTLB just yet, but if they maneuver in where he can see him, he'll definitely put in some shots. Now he sees it. We'll see if he's able to get a shot in. That's a long shot for an LAT. That's a very long shot for an LAT.
I don't see anything at all.
Muff saying he doesn't see anything at all in that thing.
We are yellow, by the way, so if we take any hit, we're probably going to die.
Man,
so
that thing...
Well, I mean, just...
Hopefully what shoots us is...
It's just sitting kind of out in the open right now. You know, there's some fence blocking it on the northeast, but ultimately, it's just kind of sitting out in the open. The situation for Russia is dire. I will definitely say that. They were able to make a push, and they were able to get a good foothold. But once they got that foothold, they got stuck. And whenever you get a foothold, you got to use that to leverage. You can't get stuck. If you get stuck, you sit there, and you lose one guy at a time, lose one guy at a time, lose one guy at a time. And over that war of attrition, you will end up losing it all. So they got that good foothold. And then that was kind of it. They didn't really push off of it. And we'll see if they're able to actually salvage something out of this.
All we hear is boom, boom, boom.
Benbot's still up there. Looks like they do want to take a shot in, but it's not able to do it yet. Some fire coming in. Silverman taking shots from Tennis. Racine goes down just as he was about to make it in. Just as he was about to get in. Muff Bandit fired back and took somebody out. Was that Tennis he took down? No, it doesn't look like it. Might have been. No, Tennis is still up.
Yeah, be careful.
He put somebody down up there. Benbot still maneuvering into position with that LAT. That's a very long shot for an LAT. We'll see if he's able to do it. More shots go in on Lucid. Schmitty saying maybe they'll make it, and then Racine gets shot. Yeah. Silverman, the only one left from that element. Hopefully Silver will make it to that wall. He'd be in better cover if he's able to make it right there. All he has to do is kind of push around this little rock, or this little fence wall. The MTLB rolls out. Oh man, a rocket comes in and takes out Big Yes. Here comes the push. The MTLB is getting into position, and here comes the push. Taps, Ev1, Legit Gamer, Part-Time Ninja Turtle pushing up here on the south, and they're going to actually try to clear this village. See if they're able to do it. Some shots coming in from the north. Part-Time Ninja Turtle gets tapped from the west. Iron Feast to the west as well. Shots come in towards the MTLB. It's still doing okay, though. Muff Bandit and Sightless pushing this MTLB up into position. See if they can get some good shots. I worry for their safety. A lot of LATs around here still up. There it goes! Just as I called it! Oh, man. I think that was Triton. I believe that was Triton. And that was it. Down goes the MTLB. Somebody asking, did Silverman make it? Yeah, Silverman made it. He's right there, hanging out. Another shot goes in on the dead MTLB. I don't think they knew it was dead. But either way, the firefight breaks out over here on the west. Taps, Ev1, Part-Time Ninja Turtle, Legit Gamer holding this corner. Silverman off to his east. Iron Feast pushing up here on the far west. He's got Genra on the outside of the wall from him. Looks like he was able to clear that building, though. Good job to Iron Feast on that. Cleared that building on his own, basically. Some more shots come in. These RPGs now trying to open up and get some kills before they go down. Gotta love it, man. Gotta love it. It's getting intense. Silverman still alive out to the east. Iron Feast here on the west. The rest of these guys held up in the middle. Silverman taking shots. They know he's there. Firing in at him from the northeast. That's still Tedish's squad up there. They know where he is. And I hear a technical. Yep, the Dishkateki is back. Saloon number 12 soloing it right now. Or is that the SPG? That is the SPG. We'll see. He's lining it up. See if he puts any shots in. I don't know if he's going to get anybody, but he's got this thing in a really good position. Silverman's still just stuck in that building. Yeah, man. Tedish and Silverman for the last 15 to 20 minutes just firing at each other. You know, trading back and forth, shooting at each other. See who can throw the most hate at one another. Legit Gamer and Part-Time Ninja Turtle still up here. It looks like they've both gone through 2 bandages, so each of them taking hits, and they're just going to have this personal duel for the night. Superman's still up over there, hanging out in the building. I love seeing it. I love seeing it. That's so good. Yeah, he's pinned down. He can't move out of that building. They know exactly where he is. Legit Gamer and Part-Time Ninja Turtle here. Looks like Iron Feast might have went down in the meantime. And here comes the Dishkateki. I'm hearing it coming in. Where's it coming from? Looks like it's over here on the west. That's Saloon, so that's actually the SPG again. Just maneuvered into a different position. Tedish's squad has started to move up. Some shots come in on the east. Oh, he got him! He got him! He got him! Silverman just took out Tedish. The duel ends. Silverman takes down Tedish. Or that was Benbot. No, that was Benbot. Benbot that went down. Sorry, I thought it was Tedish that went down. Tedish is up. Silverman holding in this building. Silverman and Tedish, the duel of the century. The duel of the century. What can happen? What can happen? Tedish still up. Silverman pushing in. Some shots come in. Silverman laying down some hate on Lucid. He might not know that they're coming close to him. Some shots come back in. Tedish might finish this off. We'll see. They're close. Tedish on one side of the fence. Silverman on the other. The feud of the millennia. Oh, he sees him in there. He can see him through there. He's just crawling around. Tedish peeking through. Tedish fires. They shoot at each other. They're both hurt. He hit him. He hit him. Silverman might be bleeding. More shots come in. Grenade comes out. It's a bad grenade. It's right outside the wall. Another grenade comes in, and that's it. Down goes Silverman. The feud is over. Tedish wins. Oh, man. Oh, no. The feud ends. Tedish and his crew win. Down goes Silver. And that's going to be GG. Yep. GG. These two on the west went down, and that's it. Militia is able to hold for a second round in a row. Good job to Militia. Silverman, last man standing. And he goes down. Oh, wow. What a set of rounds. What a set of rounds that we had there for you guys. This was Operation Rising Giant, and we are Squad Ops. If you want to know more about us and our One Life events, head on over to squadops.gg, where we run these things every Wednesday and Saturday. We should be back out here Saturday. I think we'll be streaming that one as well. And we'll give you another operation. Let's see if we're gonna get any interviews here. I think we might get Best Pony and Shattered Ritual. Let's see. Might have to pull them into the channel. See if I can grab them. Let's see if we can get them. Yeah, don't go away just yet, guys. We're going to try to get some interviews here with the commands and see how they felt about how it went tonight. See if we can get them. In the meantime, though, whew, what a crazy op. That was good, man. Muff Bandit got 4 kills in the second round, 9 in the first one. He did some work. Triton getting 3 as well. He's the one who took out that MTLB in the second round. Good work from him. All around, a lot of great teamwork. A lot of good stuff. What a fun round. I love Rising Giant. It's on a big, beautiful map in Gorodok. Great stuff. Really beautiful stuff. And we are joined... Actually, we'll see if we can get the other one in here. But we are joined by Best Pony now, one of the commands. Best Pony, how do you feel about how those rounds went? Did you feel good about that second one and then just things fell apart, or was it...
Yeah,
what happened?
Well, second round, I decided to opt for a different strategy because I noticed that Shadowed first round was pushing in from a few different directions that seemed to not work out very well. So I just made a big platoon line and figured, you know, even if we lose, it's still going to be fun to execute if we have that big line formation. So we just smacked right into Akeem, tried to take the town. Didn't go quite as well as I'd hoped, but that's sometimes you win them, sometimes lose.
Yeah, you guys got a great foothold, and then it seemed like you got stuck a little bit on that side. But otherwise, really cool platoon line. We were watching it from above, and it looked really great. So I got to say that was entertaining. On the first round there, yeah, you held with Militia, and it seemed like you guys just kind of formed an impenetrable force in there. Like, nobody could kind of root you out. You had a lot of people right around the FOB direct. Was that kind of the plan from the start?
Yeah, that was more or less the intention from the start. I got scouts out early so I could see what the Russians were doing, and then had the main body spread around in buildings very close to the FOB, just kind of harden up, and then I yanked people back as necessary as the Russians started to advance closer and closer. That was the intention.
Very cool. So Shadowed Ritual is joining us as well, the other command. How's it going, Shadowed?
How's it going?
Doing well, man. Doing well. How did you feel about that second round? Felt pretty good, I imagine. Getting a good defense on.
It as soon as Tedish was able to ambush that squad coming in from the east through the wood line, and he pulled back, losing maybe one guy. Like, I felt like we were gonna have a pretty solid foothold. After we got rid of the initial the first MTLB that came up to us, it felt like it was going to get a lot easier. That was our priority right there, was to make sure that there are no MTLBs the Russians can use effectively.
I feel like Best Pony, you were in that MTLB, weren't you? The one that pushed up first?
Yes.
Yeah, so you ended up going down with that. But overall, really entertaining round, a lot of fun. Best Pony, what was your favorite moment of the night? What was your most enjoyable thing that you saw?
My favorite moment was at the beginning of the first round when a forward scout from Captain Matt's squad called out that there were Russians on the mound area, and we just set up a mortar and dropped rounds right on their heads.
That was pretty cool to watch. I liked seeing the mortar rounds come in. Those are always interesting to watch on stream. They were really cool. Shadowed. What was your favorite? What was your favorite moment that you had in that one?
My favorite moment would probably be also in the same round. I just felt like we had a really good movement in the beginning, just getting onto Akeem from the east, and I felt like our movement was just on point. It was just the actual push that really really troubled us. But when a platoon moves like really well, it just feels good.
It was great to watch. I had a really good time. Best Pony, Shadow Ritual, we're going to let you guys go. Thanks for talking with us. And
thanks for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. And we've got 2 more people in here. Some guys that we got to focus on a little bit tonight. Tedish and the Silverman. 2 guys. 2 guys that were duking it out back and forth all night. Did you guys know that you were fighting with the same person all night?
No, I was like, when we started the second round, I was like, all right, guys, we're covering the same approach we just took, so you know what they got to go through. It's like, okay. Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, so Silverman had a squad that was over on the east. He ended up being the last man alive in that eastern building when you pushed up, Tedish. And Tedish was the one that was up on that hill tormenting you the whole time. Both of you guys went through both of your bandages. How did that feel? Was it really intense trying to feel it out, or did you feel like you were in control, or what happened there? How did it feel?
No, I did not feel in control. When we lost the first 5 guys of the squad trying to just come up through that forest on the east, that's when I just lost it from there.
Oh, that was like picture perfect in the movies. We saw you guys coming. And that was the plan. We engaged you at the top of the hill when you were halfway across the field, and then as soon as we were like actually fighting, we're like, all right, we're ghosting. Fell back 100 meters. Waited for you to come into our realm, waited for you to white to the eyes, and then 6 shots, 4 people went down. So
really good work. Yeah. And you had Boogie actually push up on the east to try to get a flank on, or was he just trying to get eyes? What was he trying to do?
Yeah, he was trying to go for a flank. He was kind of a wild card. I was saying everybody stick around. He's like, I'm going for a flank, and just kind of went and did his own thing. So that was a little annoying. But ended up, I think, working out pretty well. You guys had like a sandbag set up. We weren't really sure how many guys were behind that at one point.
That sandbag might have actually saved us.
Yeah. Well, that and you had an MTLB behind you that I guess Muff was gunning in. So we were like, can't get exposed. Couldn't really flank you because you had that thing covering you. I'm sure. But it was super fun. And then I had multiple guys in my squad being like, my God, the guy on the porch is freaking accurate. Like 4 or 5 of us as we were advancing. Before we advanced, it was like, what the heck?
Oh man, it was a really good watch. If you guys have the chance, check out the VOD. We had a great coverage of your duel for the end of it. Really looked good. It was great stuff. But thank you guys for joining us. We're gonna let you go. And
thanks for having us.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Tedish, and thank you to Silverman for popping in. And with that, we're gonna wrap it up for the night. We're gonna let you guys go. This has been Squad Ops. We run One Life events in the game squad. I'm CMYK Matter. I want to say thank you to everybody that helped make this possible, all the commands and their squad leads, as well as all the cameras we had tonight, managers, staff, all the different teams within Squad Ops, everybody watching, all the viewers. We really appreciate you guys. You're the ones who make it possible, and you're the reason that we do this. So if you want to check us out, head over to squadops.gg. Oh, and one last one. I nearly forgot to thank him, and he's going to blush, but thanks to my main man, Penn, behind the camera. Penn, making it all happen. The best. I love me some Penn. Gotta clap for Penn. Such a good dude. But, all right, guys, you have yourselves a wonderful night. We'll be back out here on Saturday. Have a good one.